Hey everybody, welcome to the live. Hi, how y'all doing? Strawberry Taffy, how you doing? How you doing? Hello, Linda Gamble. Hello, Lorna. How are you? Hi, American Born. Sandra, how are you? I hope everybody is doing good today. How y'all doing? Y'all doing all right? So y'all already know what we here for. We're gonna talk about Sunny Minx and her hubby. Ooh, y'all, it's been a lot going on. But I kind of figured something was coming a few weeks ago when Sunny went live saying that somebody was doxing her. So I knew something was coming. It's always something to follow up. Yes, how are you, Miss Linda? Hope everybody is doing good. Please hit the like button on your way in. Yes, yes, yes. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. How y'all doing? Y'all doing all right? So we're gonna hop into the video. We ain't gonna spend too much time on this live, you guys. I gotta do some things today. But I did want to hop on and talk to y'all because I don't know. I watched a couple content creators videos on what was going on with Moses, supposedly, allegedly. Okay, let me get this banner. Now I told y'all when y'all don't see my banner, please remind me that the banner is not up. So everything, of course, in this video is alleged. All the information is alleged. All commentary is in my very own opinion. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. It's for educational purposes only. It's for commentary purposes only. We're going to talk about the stuff that's already been online. Everything has already been discussed and or brought up on social media. So I don't need nobody saying like, they be getting on people's tail. They like, oh y'all, why y'all care so much? Why are y'all doing this? Digging around. I'm not. This is everything that has already been talked about or brought up on TV, YouTube, social media across the board. Okay. Let's just get that out there because y'all know Sunny was already online making a lot of threats saying people were trying to dox her and what she was going to do and stuff. So, hey, everything in this video is alleged. We're going to talk about some stuff that's already been brought up, though. Yeah. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Okay, y'all. So let's get into it. So the first little screenshot on the screen, I'm sure y'all have seen everywhere. Someone they claim on a Facebook group actually posted this. I don't know. My first time seeing it was on YouTube, but it has been posted by several content creators. So they were just discussing what was going on. People didn't know if Moses was still in lockup or what, but according to this, he was arrested or booked on August the 8th, and then the last custody status was August 29th. So and people still don't know if he got out. I don't know. It's kind of iffy on that because I feel like when Sunny went live, I too feel that she would have just showed him or just shut it down, but she's saying she's going to go live Saturday, so maybe she is going to share everything. Wait to share everything for that. Now, so we're going to get into a couple of things on this video. Now, looking that he had a few cases on here. So specifically the last two right here is what I was looking at because Sunny already told us that Moses was married. Can y'all hear me? Okay. Sunny already told us that Moses was married before her. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Okay. So Sunny already told us that Moses was married before her, and that kind of threw the timeline off with Dusty. So we see right there that it looks like Moses got a divorce back in 2019. It says the filing date was March 26th, 2019, and you see it was Monroe. I did redact the lady's name, but it says Monroe v. Monroe. Over there it says a dissolution without children, and Moses was the respondent. So it looked like his ex-wife filed for a divorce. And so that was 2019. And then so Sunny even posed the question when Dusty alleged that, they had been off and on for 15 years. Like, so were you a side chick? And that's a good question, because if Moses wasn't going through his divorce until 2019, and we know Destiny here was getting married in 2019 to LeBaric, what's the timeline? Dusty didn't get divorced until, I believe, April of 2021. So what was that timeline? Dusty, were you a side chick? What's going on? Cinnamon Swirl, hi. I heard a few weeks ago that Dust Mike dropped Moses' real name. Oh, did she? I know they left some crumbs, y'all, and we're going to get into that in this video too. All of them. Moses, Destiny, and Sunny. They all dropped enough information online that it wasn't hard for anybody to find out who Moses was, in my opinion. Hello, Umbrits Brock. She is a content creator. Y'all go show her channel some love. She says, hey, T for TV. I caught her live. Yes, come on in. So yeah, y'all, that was something. I was like, okay, what's going on with their timeline? Because he was getting his divorce in 2019 and Destiny was getting married in 2019. Stayed married until 2021, I believe. So it's like, what were y'all doing? Were y'all playing side chicks to each other? Side chick? What was going on with that? Okay, so that was interesting. And then down there at the bottom, we see that he has some type of case in 2023, and it says the filing date was July 12th, 2023. And Moses is the petitioner. So I also heard on social media that he was arrested in July. So I thought they were talking about this year, a few months ago, but it seems like something may have gone on in July of 2023. So we're going to get into that as well. And we can see here that whatever went on in 2023, it looked like it's still going on, because we see, scheduled cause hearings, court trial, and it looks like he even has an upcoming pre-trial hearing for October 16th, 2024. Now, down there, we see that he had a pre-trial hearing on August the 14th, 2024. But I'm wondering, did he miss that date? Because according to this, he was arrested on August 8th. And the custody status as of August 29th was he was still in custody. So that means he may have missed, allegedly, and in my opinion, his pre-trial hearing on August 14th. And maybe that's why he has another pretrial hearing scheduled for October 16th, 2024. So that was interesting. It didn't list why he was arrested. I don't know why he was arrested. And we're going to talk about a little bit of what's been going on, because people have been alleging that they had been doxed, and people were outing them on Facebook. Some people said Moses already had his real name on his Instagram for some time. I don't know. That's just what people were saying. Some people said the Facebook group outed him. People were saying that Sunny on her live accused Destiny of, doxing them. And who knows what can be true. I believe Dusty dropped that information, but she doesn't realize that all her secrets are not out yet. That's interesting. Baby, I want some to tell me how and why did Moses and Sunny think traveling to another state was a wise decision, especially while being on active probation. I don't know, y'all. Is he on active probation still? I don't know. So y'all, before we get into some more stuff, I feel like that it wasn't hard for people to actually find out who Moses was. And I have a video that I'm going to play. It's a few clips. And we're going to look at these clips. Now, these clips are for commentary and educational purposes. And this is for a disclaimer for YouTube. I don't need y'all striking my channel. So I'm going to have to pause the video, you guys, the clips, because I don't want to get a copyright strike, because it is a clip from Love and Marriage Huntsville. And it's also a clip from Dr. Heavenly's YouTube channel, because y'all know she interviewed Dusty. So we're going to look at what they all had to say and the trail I feel like possibly could have, in my opinion, led to people identifying exactly who Moses was, you know, because if they didn't want that information found, a lot of stuff they should avoid speaking on. So let me mute my mic and I'm going to add it to the video. I'm going to come in and give some commentary in between time. And I'm also going to link below where you guys can find the full clips. And I'm going to add the timestamps so y'all can go listen to them without my commentary. But hold on, y'all.
You name your business Law
Justice.
Justice, which is the baby's name.
So in there we hear Dusty and Moses bringing up the business name. And they said this on Love and Marriage Huntsville. It was a scene that was aired. Like, come on, y'all said that on national TV.
That we were going to have. By me, name your business after my baby.
I name my business after my business.
You name your business Law
Justice.
Justice, which is the baby's name that we were going to have.
It didn't happen. It didn't work.
So Moses says, you know, it didn't happen. It didn't work out. But you still are saying you named your business after her child. Dimple says, I believe Dusty dropped that information, but she doesn't realize. Oh, we read that one, y'all. Baby, I want someone to tell me. We read that one. Don't play the clip in its original form. Oh, okay. So we can't play it in its original form. Well, y'all, I might not. If y'all don't see this video, then that's what happened. I might have to go back and clip it out. But let's keep going.
You know, so tell me a little bit about him naming the child. Didn't he name a baby after your business or something?
So here's again Destiny on Dr. Heavenly's platform. And she's once again discussing Moses's business. Okay. Dr. Heavenly is asking her, she said, didn't he name a child after your son? But she's going to correct herself and say the business, and Dusty is going to go into detail.
He named a portion of his business after my son. Yes.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about that.
So,
why?
Because I gave him the idea of getting into the trucking industry.
Okay.
So Dusty is claiming that she gave Moses the idea to get into the trucking business. And I guess to sort of honor her in some way, he wanted to name the business after her son. And they were, I guess, planning on having a child themselves who would be possibly named Justice.
And so, well, I wouldn't say I gave him the idea, but I gave him some insight and some, well, at least maybe I did. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But we, as he was developing the business, I actually already had a company called Law Logistics, which is my.
So there's Dusty taking it back, but then backtracking again. She said, well, I didn't give him the idea, but then she backtracks from that and said, well, maybe I did. So which one is it, Dusty? And she says she already had a company called Law Logistics. So it's like Destiny is putting it all out there. It's not hard to follow what she's saying.
Son's name, Law, L-A-W. And he's like, can I use that name? Like, can I? And I was like, I'm going to keep that for my baby. So he was like, well, we talked about having a kid together.
Mm-hmm.
So Dusty is saying she wanted to keep the name Law Logistics for her son, and they were already talking about having a kid together, which is where the name Justice comes into play.
And the name that I was thinking about was Justice, because I have a son named Law.
And Justice, yeah.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And I may still use
and
that.
Justice can go boy or girl.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And so I when he finally developed his new entity, he was like,
so, you know, she's Dusty, in my opinion, put it all out there. She's saying when he developed his entity, that is when he took over the name that was supposed to be reserved for their future child, and also her existing son's name.
I named it Law and Justice Logistics. Yeah.
So she, you know, she ain't holding back. She put the whole thing out there. I mean, people didn't have to go search far and wide. The information was right in their faces.
How did that make you feel?
At the time, I was like, oh my goodness, this is wow, this is sweet.
It's weird.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, I was laughing when they said the opposite thing at the same time, and Dr. Heavenly said it was weird. Baby, I had a chuckle, and it was so funny to me. But, you know, Dusty put the information out there. She, Cinnamon Swirl says, CK thought Dusty Dustmite and Moses was going to take over Melody in her 3 or 4 storyline, and it didn't work. The viewers have spoken. And well, I can't say it, with a season low ratings. Yeah, the ratings have been doing horrible.
No.
I saw your video, Jay, October the 15th, 7/26.
So here is a clip, a very short clip from the live that Sunni did that is still available. All of these videos are still available on YouTube, so you guys can go find them and watch them. I'm going to link them below in the description. And just if in case I have to clip some of these out, the Dr. Heavenly one in the show clip, I'm going to link it in my description box. Give me time to put it down there after the live ends. And you guys, I'm going to put the timestamp so y'all can go watch them in their entirety without me having to pause them. But this last clip was from her live, and where she was calling Destiny out. You know, she was saying, she was reading the text messages that were supposedly going on between Destiny and Moses. So she slipped up while reading the text messages, and she said his name, at least a portion of his name. So it's like if anybody did pull up the information on them and they were just guessing like, is this him? She kind of confirmed it, in my opinion. You know, she put it out there as well. Let me play that again.
Goodness, this is wow, this is sweet.
It's weird. No.
I saw your video, Jay, October the 15th, 7:26 a.m.
So, Sunni, you got to kind of take some blame too. Like, if y'all didn't want anybody knowing no real names, you should have been careful about certain stuff. You definitely said a portion of his name on your live, and people that were listening to you could have easily caught it on to that. Because when she read it and I was listening to it, I was like, oh, I wondered if, she just said his name, So also, it wasn't no big secret, because I'm going to show you guys right after this.
The video she's referring to is the one where he posted.
Is the Urban Bell article they did. And they did an article on the exact scene we just watched with the exchange between Moses and Destiny, and they list his name in there, his last name. And so it's like y'all didn't do a good job of covering y'all tracks. His name is right there printed, and you can see that was 4 months ago. The clip that happened with Dr. Heavenly, I believe that was like 3 months ago. The show, I believe, yeah, it was around that time, about 4 months ago, because here is Urban Bell reporting on that exact scene. Y'all can see the picture of Destiny right there sitting at the table talking to Moses, and they reported, Destiny Payton confronts her ex, Moses Monroe. So it wasn't a lot of digging people had to do, in my opinion. Black Cali Girl, how are you? She says, so when was Dusty Destiny planning to have a baby with Moses, before, during, or after her marriage? Child, let me know when you find out. Let me know when they discuss this, baby. Let me know the actual timeline that happened, because Moses was married. Destiny ended up getting married. So it's like, what was going on? Were y'all cheating? What? I don't believe Ish Destiny says she literally contradicted herself in that statement to Dr. Devilish. Exactly. She claimed that she gave him the idea. She took it back, and then she retracted on that too and said, well, I don't know. Maybe I did. It's like, girl, what is it? Did you give him the idea or didn't you? It's not that hard to remember. So Dusty tell Urban Bell his last name. I don't know who told Urban Bell. They report on certain stuff just like other people. So maybe they found it out some type of way. I don't know where they get their information from, but I know that they posted an article that contained his last name 4 months ago. Sunni went live and kind of said a portion of his first name weeks ago. Dusty did that interview with Dr. Heavenly where she basically told everybody his business name. She did that interview 3 months ago. So the information has been out here and swirling around for some time now. That's why I was a little confused when Sunni said somebody was trying to dox her. I'm like, girl, y'all been leaving breadcrumbs everywhere. Nobody got to search far and wide for that information. Y'all gave enough online and on the show to where people could have found him. So I think like they should avoid talking about his business and his business name. He should have had that scene where Destiny and him brought up the fact of what his business was named. They told all the information themselves, allegedly, and in my opinion. Production team will go out and seek on the outside to ask people about your character and friends, then come back and intro in your life or storylines as well. Because the information wasn't too hard to find, you guys. So like I said, they brought up, we're going to get into the July arrest that people have already been speaking about online. I believe it occurred back in July of last year. So there were some documents that I found. Now, full disclosure, I got this from is it Tellis Law? And it looked like some type of mistake where they was adding his Gmail in crazy places. But excuse me, but I don't know. Maybe that is how the document was formed in its original form. And the case that I did redact the case number, but the case number up there did also match the other case number that was mentioned on the official government website. So that's why the names match, the case numbers match. So that's why I was looking into, these documents right here. And it basically was just about, supposedly, that he refused a chemical test. And so I was like, why would he refuse a chemical test? And so right here, we also can see that they have the date of birth that kind of match that arrest screenshot as well. And so this is the case where Moses is listed as the petitioner. And it says petition for review of order revoking driver's license for refusal to take chemical test. And it says, comes now the petitioner in the above entitled cause and files this petition for review of the order revoking petitioner's driver license and privilege of operating a motor vehicle in the state of Missouri, requesting a hearing in respect therefore to, in support thereof, petitioner alleges and states as follows. And then it has number one, petitioner is an individual resident of the state of Missouri. And then it says number two, the respondent is the director of revenue of the state of Missouri and duly authorized official of the state of Missouri. And then number three, it says the petitioner states that at all times before, during the pendency of this cause, petitioner held a valid Missouri's operating license, and it gave his license number. And then number four says, petitioner states that on or about July 5th, 2023, petitioner received a notice of revocation of the privilege of operating a motor vehicle in Missouri. Now, I found that kind of contradicting because it alleged that he was arrested. You know, right there it says arrest and agency, Frontenac, and then it has the date of arrest as July 5th. So was he arrested on July 5th, or did he receive the notice that his license was suspended on July 5th? I don't know. Maybe this is a document prepared by his attorney. So maybe that was just a mistake on his hand. I don't know. It says, yeah, he received it on or about July 5th, 23. Well, it says on or about, so okay. And then petitioner received a notice of revocation of the privilege of operating a motor vehicle. And it says in Missouri from the arresting officer. And it says he was acting as an agent for the respondent of the director of revenue, who was acting in official capacity wherein the aforesaid revocation was to be for a period of 1 year. So they're saying that his license was supposed to be suspended for a year. And, you know, that's an issue for Moses because he has a trucking company. He needs his license, you know? And then it goes on to say the reason that the petitioner had allegedly refused to submit to a chemical test under section 577.041 that the revised statutes of Missouri when arrested for allegedly driving while intoxicated in the city/village of Frontenac County. And then it says state of Missouri. Number 5 says that such revocation was arbitrary and capricious and not authorized by law. And then it gives a statute. And then it says A, the petitioner was not placed under arrest by the officer, which again, I'm confused because it had the arresting date up there on the first document. Then it says B, petitioner did not refuse to submit to a chemical test. So he's saying he did not refuse to the testing. C, the officer had no reasonable grounds to believe that the petitioner was driving a motor vehicle while in an intoxicated condition. Hold on, y'all. Let me remove this comment so we can see. And then it says D, the officer did not inform the petitioner that the petitioner license shall be immediately revoked upon petitioner's refusal to take the test. The officer did not inform the petitioner that the petitioner had a right within 20-minute time period to contact or confer with an attorney before deciding whether to take the test. And then it says, wherefore the petitioner prays an order of the court directing the respondent to suspend, rescind, and set aside such revocation order and reinstate petitioner's driving privilege and permit petitioners to drive and operate a motor vehicle in the state of Missouri and elsewhere. Petitioner further prays a temporary stay order issued to the respondent pending a hearing in the above case. And you see it says respectfully submitted. It has the attorney name and it says attorney for petitioner. Now, this next one says stay of order, suspension/revocation of the driving privileges. So I don't know if this hasn't been signed. I don't see an attorney's signature or anything. So I don't know if they reinstated his license. If I'm going to guess, that they didn't, because, they're still going to trial on this, allegedly. And so I don't know. But, like I said, that's a big deal, because his next court date is October 16th, 2024. That's somebody else's on Love and Marriage Huntsville court date as well. Maybe Mel's now. But yeah, so that's a big deal, having his license suspended if they have a trucking company. Is that why we see Sunni on these lives looking like she's driving the truck? I know in the last one she said she was training someone and she was also hiring. So it's like, is that the reason why? Dusty is a professional liar. So when was Dusty planning on having a baby? Yikes. I believe Destiny, without doing it herself, dropped nuggets in the production team's hands to go forward and find the information to leak. According to info from another CC, production will and would do it. Well, they may will. Child, this is a huge L for Sunni. So Dusty. Yeah, you guys. So I don't know who officially brought the information. Like I'm saying, like, it is wrong to dox somebody. But I also think that it was a lot of things they said on the TV and on YouTube that piqued people's interest. People are curious by nature. So you have Dusty on one hand saying he named the business after her son-in-law. You have Moses on the other hand saying he named the business Justice. So some people might be curious to see which one of them are telling the truth. And it turns out that they're both probably telling the truth, Production team will go out. Oh, we read that one. Because she's a pathical liar. I feel if it was a porn to CCs and others who don't care for them, why did they do this to them when the block was hot on them, when Destiny accused her of stealing Moses? Is why now? Well, I don't know why now, but they said it was his name had been circling around on Facebook in the groups. Some people said his name was on Instagram. So I don't know. I just feel like they talked and they gave a lot away themselves. So it wasn't really nothing to dox. They doxed themselves allegedly, in my opinion, because they should have avoided a lot of stuff that was said and did if they didn't want people to find out who they were. His name was already, his last name at least, was already part of an article. Sunni slipped up and said his partial first name. They gave away his business name, which could lead back to his real full name, so they already said what state they were from. They did a lot to not want to be found out. That's just my opinion. But like, it was alleged that someone leaked their address online. Now, yeah, that's doxing. If somebody leaked their address, that's messed up, because you can redact certain things that you find. So I don't see why you want to publicize their home address. That's wrong. But as far as finding out his name and who he is, that wasn't hard to do. Dusty said he did time before. They gave too many context clues to think that they were going to be able to stay anonymous, in my opinion. This is what happens when the streets are dry. Storylines for the second half of the season 8 will have to be reworked to catch up to these current times. Well, that seems to always go on with Love and Marriage Huntsville. Remember when Dusty was on FaceTime with Moses and they showed the phone blurred out and that name started with a J? See, that's what I'm saying. People have been peeping the clues for a long time. Hey, T from TV and chat. Hey, Black women are in the building. Y'all know that she is a content creator. Go show her channel some love, please. PBE, hi, T from TV and chat. Came late, started from the beginning. Thank you for joining, PBE. She's a content creator as well. You guys may know. Show her some love. I think it is. I haven't seen Moses in weeks. So you're saying you think that he is allegedly still locked up? Sweet Essence says, I would be inclined to believe she's hiring / training and hiring drivers. That's what she said. She asked people if they wanted to apply to go ahead and apply. She said, she's screening people as well, as she should, and she's supposed to. But I also think that it said that his license may have been allegedly suspended. So I believe that's why she has been on the trucks as of late. again, that's just my opinion. And yes, she can be now hiring people to help her out. If he's like, out of commission right now, allegedly, then she would need help, Hi, Capricorn Flower. Unless he got permission, that's possible. I don't know what y'all talking about in the chat. Dropped their name when the storyline was dropped. She did remove their names because they asked. Oh, so somebody went to school with them and dropped their names but removed it. That's what I'm saying. It's been a lot of talk about them and who they are. So it wasn't hard for people to find out who he was and what was going on, y'all. That's all I'm saying. So that's all I really wanted to talk about, you guys. What y'all saying in the chat? They shouldn't have never came to the podcast. I do remember them doing a podcast interview. I think Sunni is pregnant. Oh, if she is, congratulations. But if I seen people saying that, but I don't know if she confirmed anything yet. This show is really in the gutter now, and it's sad to know that LMH had such potential in the beginning. Yeah, I still think they could have did a lot of things better in these last seasons, but production was kind of lazy. I don't know what's going on. Like, it was a lot of stuff that should have been on camera and what kept people's interest, in my opinion, but they don't really want to show nothing. They want to stick to their one narrative, in my opinion. They gave us the girls trip and they kind of was hoping that that was going to be enough to save everything. I don't know what they were thinking, y'all, but that's what they chose to do. The ratings are horrible. So we'll see once they pick up for the second half. I don't know. People were saying they weren't even renewed. And I don't know. I think the show is at this point probably is hemorrhaging money. Like, I don't know what they're going to do. They may renew it. They may not. But OWN network is also in a decline. Their views have been going down as a network. Not just the show, but the whole network. So yeah, it's getting tough over there on the OWN network. So you guys, that's pretty much all I have to say about Sunni and Moses. Y'all let me know down in the comments if y'all gonna tune into Sunni's live. A lot of people have been saying she's been kind of like baiting and switching, saying she's gonna drop information, but then turning around and not really dropping anything. So she could possibly do the same thing on Saturday. I'm not holding my breath. If I catch it, I might drop in. And if not, I'm sure everyone on YouTube, somebody's going to have the live and they're going to post it. So I'll be able to catch the replay. I do want to know what she's going to say though. But it's like the info been out here, Sunni, especially about your husband. I don't know about you, but about him, it's been too many clues dropped. People, already kind of had a guess at who he was. So that's all I have for this video. You guys, please like. Let me know what y'all think about it. Let me read a few comments and we're going to get out of here. The issue starts at the top. He messy and the show is a messy trash. I agree. Sunni, too long-winded and redundant for me. I'll wait for you to report. Yeah, I might catch her replay because I don't want to waste my time sitting over there watching her. But I know other content creators are going to catch the live and repost it. So I'll check them out because Sunni, I don't know, Sunni, this is what happened when you play with people too much. Nobody, you cry wolf, in my opinion. Ain't nobody believing you going to really come with no receipts or come with nothing. So we'll see you guys. I have some more content coming for y'all. Keep an eye on the channel. Thanks for joining the live, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.